Hello. Welcome back to the live stream of Tick Profit Trading. We are now live and we are on the 30th of January 2024. The last 2 days of this month for trading, today and tomorrow. We're back after a terrible week last week of trading, and yesterday we didn't have a live stream because I was working. I've been working the last 2 days quite a lot. For those you don't know, my full-time job isn't this, because I have 12 subscribers, which, by the way, new record. We have 12 subscribers. Thank you very much. We've gone into double figures. Fantastic news. Yeah, we are currently on 12 subscribers, as I said, which is good. But I have a full-time job that I do as well as this. This is what I do when I can do, which isn't every day, but it is quite a lot of days because I work shift work, so it means that I can do some days at least when I'm not in on my shift. I'm not working in an office, so I don't have to do the typical 9 to 5 that everyone does during the week. But it means that I work at funny times. And yesterday I started at 6 a.m. Today I started at 6 a.m. I am in Europe, so for those in America, it is a bit late for you already. But for me, it is already sorry, it's a bit early for you guys. For me, it's already 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'm yawning a lot. To be honest, yesterday I had to wake up at 4:45. I had like 2 hours sleep in total yesterday. I had to go to work and I had a 12-hour day. Well, almost 12 hours, about 11 hours. And yeah, I didn't get to live stream yesterday, but I actually got to trade yesterday. I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't, because we'd bracketed this bar here, 345 as normal, 5 above, 5 below. We got triggered long, stopped out for a full loss, and then we were triggered short as well. Kept going up and down. I moved my stop down from to about 40 points of risk, and later in the evening, it took a long time. We got stopped out at 8 p.m. Local time. So I wish I hadn't traded. It's been a bit of a crappy week. It's been 4 days now on the trot losing. Is the results for the month. We are still up on the month, $430, which is good. I'm interested to see what our average day is earning. $22 a day, which is rubbish. No other way to put that. I thought I wasn't going to be able to trade yesterday. I wish I hadn't traded yesterday, because I wish I hadn't had the opportunity to trade yesterday. But I did, so I traded. We took 2 trades, lost $168. Is what it is. Let's hope for today is going to be a better day. I have a feeling today is going to be another losing crap day. Why? Because the markets since last week, and despite this push yesterday that finally came at 8 p.m., there was nothing really to signal that either. It's just, I think we've just been waiting for the FOMC. The FOMC meeting tomorrow evening. So I think we're going to not really do much again today, unfortunately. We have some news coming out of 4, which is red, so it will move the market probably. How much? I don't know. I don't think it will do too much. We'll have to see. Yeah, basically, the markets have been flat overnight almost, pretty much. We pushed up yesterday, finished, closed at 10 p.m. local time. So yeah, NASDAQ opened down for the day. Where did this finish yesterday? Okay, it opened down, but it's now pushing back up on the S&P, and the Dow also opened down, but it's pushed up. at the start of the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes of the market today. So yeah, that is the story. Hoping for a better week this week. I'm not expecting anything to be too much. I'm not expecting too much, to be honest, today. I'm not expecting too much tomorrow. I am considering reducing the trading size to 201 micro contracts, but I'm not sure yet. I think it's too early to start reducing size. Talking about reducing size, then mainly people, when they started losing money, they actually increase size. That's the wrong thing to do. People start increasing size because they think, what is the reason? I need to win back what I've lost. And the thing is, you need to protect yourself and maximize the time that you can outlast this downturn. That is what you should be thinking, rather than thinking, I need to make back what I've lost. You need to think more about how much you're able to risk and able to lose, I should say, rather than how much you can potentially win. I'm obviously having 4 bad days in a row so far that are all averaging quite high losses as well. It is what it is. But the only way that I could really counter that is not by not doing the trading. I could stop trading at the minute if I want to. Market conditions obviously not in my favor at the minute, but the thing is, I don't know when they're gonna become back in my favor, and I might miss that if I decide to stop for trading and then decide, oh look, the market is back in my favor. I may miss a couple of trading days that go well. That's the thing, we don't know. No one knows. So we need to take the trade as and when it comes. And today I can do that. Tomorrow I can do that. Thursday I can do that. Friday I can do that. I should be live streaming every day this week, hopefully. I might be traveling, but I don't know. At the minute, to be honest, I'm pretty tired after this week, so I'm thinking that I might just stay at home instead. But yeah, so I just want to check that trading day. Yeah, my live stream is working. I am my only viewer once again, by the looks of it. Yeah, which is fine, but because we're actually increasing our number of. I want these red things to go away. It's frustrating. I just scroll down and try and get rid of all the new notifications, but it doesn't go away. Sometimes it goes away when you double click on them, but not today. Anyway, so we've opened up on the DOW already. It's pretty weak open again, flat open, not really anything happening at the minute, to be honest, in the market, which is frustrating. But you can see I'm like yawning all the time. Like that morning yesterday was just killer. Today I also had to wake up at 4:15, but because I was so tired yesterday, I got to bed. I got to sleep early because I got to bed early on Sunday night, but I just couldn't sleep because I'd been in like late before then. So I got like 2 hours sleep and then had to go to work. But yeah, that's the plan. We're waiting here now for the next 5 minutes until this 15-minute bar closes, and that will be our setup for the day. The NASDAQ is just so much disparity at the minute between the markets. The Dow is strangely the Dow. NASDAQ's usually the strongest of the three. The leader, the strong one. And recently, every single day I traded last week as well, it's the same. Go away. The Dow was pushing, and the S&P were pushing higher or lower. It tended to be last week higher, but they couldn't really go anywhere because the NASDAQ was stopping them. The NASDAQ was just sat here doing nothing, going nowhere, stuck in a range pretty much, and yeah, it just didn't want to do anything. And basically, my strategy is a breakout strategy of the second 15-minute bar that forms after the market opens, and instead of being breakout, I was literally finding the highs and the lows, and it was freaking frustrating. Last week, yesterday as well, I found the high, literally. This is where I got triggered. Here, got stopped out here. And it's just like, yeah. It's been frustrating at the minute. But we're still up on the account. As you can see, we're up $430 for the month. Last month I traded one day and made about $100. So that's why the account difference here is slightly less than, slightly more, sorry, than what we see on the spreadsheet. But what bothers me is this. Trailing max drawdown. So our account balance at the highest was about 26,200. So we've lost $700 from that roughly. Yeah, and it means that of our trailing max drawdown, we only have 1,500 on the trailing drawdown. We only have $770 left. So we've lost $700 last week, pretty much. Well, we didn't lose $700 last week, but we lost 376 last week. No, sorry. From the high of last week, which was from Tuesday, we have lost 207, 360, 500, and we lost about $650, some bit more, $690, something like that. So if we do that again in a row, then we're going to be in trouble. We're going to start getting close to our trailing max drawdown. And what happens then is we bust our account. We lose our test, essentially, the evaluation. And that means that we're out. We have to wait for it to reset, or we have to pay for a reset, or we have to wait for it to reset with a monthly fee. What I would normally do, to be honest, what I would normally do is I would probably wait until the month end, but unfortunately the payment has just gone out for this account, so it means I would have to wait another 30 days from today for that to be reset. So I might, if I get to that, I might just get another account, and therefore the account number up here would change. But yeah. Yesterday's trades I will put out on a short today, hopefully, if I get time. I just didn't have the energy yesterday. I was too tired, and because the trade finished so late. So I need to put that out so that I have a record of it, and so that you guys can see it as well. So it's fully transparent in this journey that I am on. And then, yeah, the bar close is actually here in 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look where the low of the bar is, 41. So I'm going to put a sell order in 36. And for buy order working. I'm looking at 84. Just wait for the bar to get close to closing before I put this order in. The risk today is not too bad, actually. It's like 50 points. So that's the buy order. Order working. So we have our buy and sell orders in place. See what this news does. Almost, and that's given us stop filled. That gave us a lot of slippage there. This could be a quick trade today, which is fine by me. But we've been filled short 484, and let's go for 100 points on the upside. 584. Yeah. That is annoying that we got triggered on that short there. Such a... That's not news can do sometimes. Let's see if it follows through, if we get any follow through. NASDAQ and the S&P seem to be doing the same, but they've actually got a little bit of follow through, more than the Dow. But again, we are short the strongest market. Again, that is not a position that I really want to be in. I'd rather be short than NASDAQ at this point, because it's showing more weakness than both the Dow and the S&P. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing we can do now. We are triggered. That is the strategy. We have to take the trade. Otherwise, our strategy doesn't have the edge over the long term. Yeah, it's been a rubbish couple of weeks, but look at that. Look at that. Look at that NASDAQ. That is really dropping, huh? Finally some movement, I should say. Finally some movement. Dow's starting to drop as well, which is good. S&P is also... don't know where the NASDAQ's going to go to. No idea. What was the news? Pending. Well, it's green. Both of them are green. Don't know why. I don't know what that means. More job openings, I guess, so better for the economy. Consumer confidence is higher than is expected. Forecast and higher than the previous, so that should be good, right? But the market's going down currently. Yeah. So as I was talking about, we are short the strongest market, the Dow. I'd much rather be short the weakest market, or long the strongest market. Well, the weakest market out of these three at the minute is the NASDAQ, and well, you can see how much the NASDAQ dropped from its last 15-minute bar, 59 to 16, so 43 points, and this has dropped 37 to 18, and that's a whole 20 points. And 20 points on the Dow is nothing compared to the NASDAQ. You can pretty much compare each Dow point for one NASDAQ. Sorry, each Dow point should be equal to about 2 NASDAQ points. So what did I say? 38 to 20 points. Yeah, NASDAQ's dropped kind of proportionally as well, I would say. We can hope that we get lower prices here on at least the Dow. Don't know if it's gonna happen though. That's the problem. Could be a liquidity grab, because I mean the numbers are good, right? Green is good. So I mean, should be good. Could be a liquidity grab for lower people that want to go short. They say, "Oh, big fall, let's go short," and then they're stuck in the market. Because yes, there is a fall in the market, but there's not a massive amount of fall through at the minute. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much hope. I don't have much hope as soon as it triggered. So maybe it's gonna work. That's what tends to happen. But a lot of the markets today have been making all-time highs. We had the French market, the French indices, reaching another peak. We also had the German indices as well, I think. 2 times made all-time highs today. So we're still not in that recession people keep talking about, huh? Don't know when it's gonna hit, if it's gonna hit. I have a feeling that these people who keep talking about this recession are probably highly invested in a short position and want this recession to hit. How much is on the table at the minute? 34 to 84, so 50 points, so $75 max loss if this trade gets stopped out. We're trading 3 micro contracts, which is 50 cents per contract, and we've got 50 points worth of risk on the table, and each point is worth $1.5, so 50 times 1.5 is 75, and we will lose some commissions as well, about $3, so about $78 total loss for the first trade if it gets stopped out. Will it? No idea. Likely? I think yes. I don't feel like being short the strongest market of the day is really the best place to be. What about you? But it wouldn't be the first time that I've been proven wrong. That is certain. But it's not about being right or wrong in the market, it's about making money. And that's certainly not what we're doing right now. Still negative on the trade. We did go into some profit, made about $20 maybe. We made how many points? About 15 points, so yeah, about $20. 22, 23. Where is the opening price on the Dow? Opening price is at 38.425, so we did go back to that a little bit. Why do I talk about the opening price? About the opening price principle. What I'm going to do actually is going to bring that book up, I think. Let me see if I can find it, because very good book. But my I'll have to find it shorter. I think it's in Telegram. Yeah, I have it here. The opening price principle. It argues that the high of the day or the low of the day is found around the open. Let's see if I can open it in Chrome. Okay, so you should be able to see it here actually. Just want to see what his trade is first. Yeah. So yeah, the opening price principle. The best kept secret on Wall Street. Great selling. So written by Larry Pesavento. Basically, it's a book that states that. Where is it? The opening price principle simply put, the opening price principle states that the opening price will be very near the high or low of that day 70% of the time. In other words, the opening price will be within 20% of either the high or the low for that day about 70% of the time. And with this deceptively simple piece of information, day traders and position traders can enter the market to their advantage. Remember, this does not work every single day, like anything. Rather, it is a tool to put probability on your side a great deal of the time. A further note, forget about yesterday's closing price, so it's only about today's opening price. So basically, the opening price of today, 70% of the time is within 20% of the high or low of the day. So, based off that, I don't like these daily candles on the futures chart because they're a little bit skewed because of the overnight. So I just open it up on the on investing.com. Basically, what it's saying is we can use it here, the daily chart. 70% of the time, the opening price. So on a bullish bar, that's the one at the bottom. At the bearish bar, it's the one at the top. The opening price is within 20% of the high or low of the day, and you can test it for yourself. We have a bullish. Let's start. Let's not start. What is a trending day? All right, let's start here. We got a bullish bar opened here, and within 20% of the bar is the opening price, low. Here, once again, probably around 20%. The opening price is near the high of the day. This one is near the low of the day. This one is where this principle didn't work. So if we just take these 4 bars, for instance, then that's already 75%. Once more, we got the low of the day is within 20% of the opening price. Here this doesn't work, here this doesn't work, here this doesn't work, here this doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. And honestly, this strategy that I'm doing is pretty much based on this principle. It's not rocket science. It's that we will get a direction set within the first half an hour of the day, kind of thing, on a trending day. And a break above the 15-minute bar, second 15-minute bar, will indicate basically this. Hopefully, we're looking in the opening price. We're looking opening price principle. We're looking for this wick to be played out all the time. doesn't work so much on these charts because they are for the futures market, and the daily charts are, well, taking everything into consideration, including the overnight prices, which this principle isn't based on. So I like to use mainly the actual daily charts of the underlying object of the Dow Jones for this one, for example. And if we go to daily, which we go to chart, streaming chart, and what are we doing? Okay, we're actually starting to get somewhere with this trade a little bit. Maybe we get follow through on this bar. We'll see. It'd be nice if we do. If we do, then where can we put our stop loss? We have a nice spot here. It reduces our risk a little bit. 473 would be at, but I want to get below here, basically 407 before we start moving our stop loss. That doesn't seem to be any more logical places just yet where I can put the stop loss, but we're not even pushing down into new lows yet of the day. So but yeah, if we look on the daily chart still for this day, then this chart shows only from the market open to market close. So I prefer this chart because that's when the majority of the volume goes through, and it is more of a it's a better indicator for me, I think, for this strategy anyway. So 70% of the time the opening price is within 20%, sorry, the low or high of the day is within 20% of the opening price. So and that's what this strategy is working on. It won't work every day. It works when you have these big streaming days, which you could say Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Tuesday. Couldn't think what day came before Wednesday. It's hard to count backwards. Last week. So why didn't it work out then? Well, we had a very slow market in the open part of the day last week, and whilst that principle did play out in the end, we got long. Quite often last week we got taken long, stopped out, short, stopped out, and then it finished strong. Frustrating, but yeah. So that's what this strategy is based on. That's, if you're all thinking, what the hell is he doing? Just buying or selling the breakout at a 15-minute bar. Crazy guy. But that's essentially what this strategy is about. And it has proved to be profitable on the Dow. The true strategy would be to set your orders and let them play out until the end of the day, and you close it close to the end of the day, maybe an hour before, every single day. Because again, if you look on these charts, then the opening price and the closing price on these trend days are very far apart. On the small dojis, yeah, you're going to get stopped out. You're going to have two losers maybe. But on the days when you have trending days, which is a lot of the time, look at this. It doesn't matter how far back we go. We can go back. Let's go back in time to, I don't know, 16th of December last year No, 2022, so 2 years ago. Wouldn't have worked, probably wouldn't have worked. This is generalization. Would have worked very well. Would have worked very well, likely. Maybe would have worked, probably wouldn't have worked. Would have worked very well. Probably would have worked because we opened at the high of the day and we just pushed down all day. So we would have taken our profit mainly, probably at some point. And yeah, that's what this principle defines, and that's what this strategy is based on. So we do actually have a decent profit. Well, I say decent profit. We actually have decent amount of points anyway. On the DOW on this trade now. I do want to drop a bit lower before. Sort of around 407, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, somewhere below here before I move my stop loss down. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. I move that down to 468, so 473. At least get some of the risk off the table. Oh, that's the order, unfortunately. So let's just put that in the right place. So we're taking some of the risk off the table for this trade. Not an awful lot, but a little bit. The high was 479, so 345. Yeah, that's better. So we have a little bit of risk taken off the table. Not too much yet. Maybe 11 points. So we're gonna potentially lose $60 on this trade. Maximum. How much are we gonna make? No idea. How much are we gonna lose? That's what we need to focus on. Both the S&P and the NASDAQ aren't really doing much. The Dow is actually the one that's falling the most at the minute. Not an awful lot either, but at least it's something. I would like to see this get through overnight lows. The market open price was at 425, so we have gone through that, interestingly. The S&P has gone through its opening. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, its opening price was at 4943. So the S&P is actually up on the day, so slightly, and the NASDAQ's just pretty much back at its open price. So no real change on the NASDAQ. Yeah, this is what it's been like the last few days. It's just been no real breakout, no real movement, and it's just been a bit of a mess, really. Just waiting for the FOMC tomorrow, which I will be trading both. I'll be trading at 3:45, so the normal time. 3:45 is local time, my time, so 15 minutes after market open, I'll be starting trading here on live stream, and then in the evening we'll be trading the FOMC as well, which we haven't done on stream before. I've traded before quite a few times, but not live in front of anyone, and that is also using a very mechanical trading way as well. So Dow is trying to find lower prices on the day, which is nice. Hopefully we find lower prices to the tune of 100 points. but I don't know. We'll try and get stop to break even as soon as possible, so that we don't turn this into a losing trade. But I do want to try and let this trade run as far as it can. Pushing through the overnight lows almost. The ES also trying to find lower prices. NASDAQ also, but it has found its lowest price today, currently 20 points away. Got some volume here at the low currently on the Dow. I don't want this candle to finish on its low. I do not want it to finish down here. I'd rather it came back a little bit, and not too much, but rather it came back a little bit, and then on the next candle we try to find lower prices. If we go below the low of this, then I will move my stop to break even. Well, almost break even. Just above the high of this candle, basically. 38,447 it will be. So it'll be about 10 points of risk. How about minimizing the risk? Which I haven't done too well, I don't think, last week actually. I do not want to see a full retracement of this bar. That's what I don't want to see. That is not what I want to see. Still got a minute and 10 seconds until this bar closes, and then we'll see where it closes. But it's big retracement on this bar so far. It's going to take a good push down in the last minute, and a good push down on the next candle to get to lows, basically. But again, we never know. We never know, do we? What is the daily chart looking like on the daily bar looking like so far? Let's have a look. Maybe we had. Well, this is what I'm playing for now. Lower prices, essentially. We could push back up into higher prices, and the opening principle will still work, but hopefully then we would still finish the day in profit. But the best situation would be, we'll just close this bar now. The best situation would be for us to see lower prices, and that we have got the we have seen the high of the day here. That would be fantastic. We will see. We have made a double top of yesterday's high, essentially, currently. Wonder if that happened on the other markets. The NASDAQ, it definitely didn't happen, because the NASDAQ's been weak all day. And the S&P has, also made a slight double top. It's nothing really to write home about. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, not very much happened so far. Has there been any common themes in the Dow since last? Yesterday we had the push up at 9 p.m. local time. What happened at 9 p.m. the day before? 3:15, 9, 7, 8, 9. Nothing. Because on this 9:15 from 9 again, we started pushing up in the end of the day. What about here? 7:15. 9 p.m. Yeah, we got lower prices. 9 p.m. here? No, that's not 9 p.m. is it? Nothing here either. Nothing here is it? Yeah, it's hard to say. Most of the movement actually has happened, seems to have happened, at least. After 6 p.m. local time here. So, yeah, the big pushes at least. Big continual pushes. That's been the last couple of weeks, and the last couple of, well, last week basically. Last few days. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any sort of patterns between the losers that we've had and what the market has been doing. What it hasn't been doing is it's definitely not been as directional the last few weeks, last few days, sorry. And that's been punishing us because this strategy does rely on a breakout. And that's not happened in the last few days, unfortunately. But yeah, hoping for lower prices below the low of this bar. If we get below the low of this bar, then I will be moving the stop to above the high of that bar. So 447-ish. We got 25 minutes left of the stream, basically 5 p.m. I will be finishing local time, so 25 minutes. And because I'm tired today. Really tired. I don't feel like I have the energy really to do the shorts today either, but I will do them. Hopefully it'll be quick to do as well. And then we're back on track, ready for the week. But yeah, overwhelmed that we got to 12 subscribers today. We went to 10 yesterday and we got 2 today. 2 new subscribers, so welcome. I can't see who you are, so actually I can see who you are, but not for a few. Yeah, can't foresee who you are for a few days anyway. Because all I can see at the minute is my wife subscribed to me. Which is encouraging. Thanks for the support. Hope you're watching. Doubt you are. This massage. There we go. I have finally got rid of this yellow, this orange. My goodness, I'm tired. This red notification message. both the S&P and the NASDAQ are not letting the Dow fall. S&P is just stuck in a range. It's just been this so rubbish for the last few days. Same on the NASDAQ. Tried to break out lower, didn't work. Came right back into its range. Might push up to 682. Back into the range. Might even push higher. Up to 717, 725, something like that. If it does push higher. If it does, then it'll probably bring the Dow with it, meaning we get stopped out. I do want this bar just to push down below the low of the last bar. If that happens, I'm going to move my stop down to minimize our risk down to pretty much almost break even, but not quite. What was it? 42, so 47. So 13 points of risk. So that's going to be what, $20 of risk, which is not an awful lot. But I want to see a convincing push lower to this. Of this bar. And I would feel happy doing that. Just finished the last 5 minute bar right there on the kind of little low. I think we'll see push lower of that bar anyway. This last bar, 5 minute. So hopefully we get a little push down to the retest of this low at least. And maybe we had some people buying early for this double bottom. Maybe. But we are struggling to get past this level here. 38,400 seems to be quite a lot of volume here. Trying to stop it maybe going any lower. Every time it hits that 38,400, it's just bouncing off it at a minute. If we get through there convincingly and stay below there, because last time we did go through there, but we didn't make it through. We didn't stay below, I should say. Then I feel happy that we'll see lower prices for the day. And I'm happy to move my stop loss down. But since we've got some follow through on this last 15-minute bar for the for that drop. But it's just not breaking at 38,400 at the minute, is it? What are the other guys doing? NASDAQ's, sorry, the S&P is starting to push lower again, and so is the NASDAQ. So we can hope. But the correlation between the three at the minute, right? The S&P seems to jump between the two. The NASDAQ and the Dow don't seem to correlate at all, really. And the S&P seems sometimes to correlate with the Dow and sometimes to correlate with the NASDAQ. It's just not been very clear recently, going off all three markets, which direction they're trying to push. But this will be the second, this 15-minute bar finishes in 1.5 minutes, and that will be the last 15-minute bar before the hour, the close of the hour. Sorry, the next one will be the last 15 minutes before I close the hour. And that will be the last one of the stream. I will be closing the stream after that. As you can probably tell, I'm quite tired, and there's no one watching anyway. But are we going to see lower prices on this next bar? That is the question. If we do, I am happy to move my stop loss down and walk away from the screen and probably go to sleep. It just needs to break that 38,400 on the DOW, because it's not wanting to at the minute. It's really not wanting to at the minute. Every time it's come down there in the last 5 to 10 minutes, it's just got slapped. Push through it. Quick rejection. Yeah. Came back down to 38,400. Another quick rejection. Tried to push through it once again on the last 1 minute bar. Another rejection. Maybe we see higher prices. Yeah. No. 15-minute bar is finished, so this is the final one before I finish the stream. Maybe I should make a video about this strategy one day. Decent book. All it has in it is charts, essentially. Charts that are not picked, like they're basically a there's some technical analysis in this actually. I forgot about this part. And some Fibonacci as well. Particularly I like that sort of stuff, but yeah. For those of you who didn't, it might be a good read. But the principle is basically the same as what I said. And you can test it for yourself on lots of markets. In other words, the opening price, simply put, the opening price principle states that the opening price will be very near the high or low of that day 70% of the time. Do with that as you will. This is not financial advice, but I do use it to trade the DOW. And for information, it doesn't always work on it doesn't work on every market. I used to use this on the DAX as well, the German market. I can't trade futures on that, so but that made me quite a lot of money. It made me like $4,000 in a short period of time. Not a short period of time, it was over a couple of months. Trading at $5 a point. But then I tried to size up. I went from $5 a point to then $10 a point, and I got stuck in basically something like the last few days, but it went on for a couple of weeks, and that 5,000 then dropped quickly down to 1,000. I just sized down, and it just was, I couldn't endure the loss for long enough, and as a result, I ended up losing it all down to 1,000. I just pulled out again. Then just pulled out the rest of the money. So I have been there. Yeah, just no direction at the minute, is there? I think I'm gonna call it a day here, because I don't really have much else to talk about, and I will update the results of today's trading, at least on the shorts later, once this is finally played out, whatever it's gonna do. But I'm falling asleep here because I'm pretty tired. So with that, let's thank you very much for watching, or whoever did watch, whatever you watched, and wish you a great day. And I will be here tomorrow to trade the daily session again. I think it's going to be a slow one again, so it won't be the most exciting tomorrow. But FOMC in the evening as well will be open, so I'll be trading that in the evening as well, which should be interesting to watch, hopefully, and it should be a good evening, hopefully. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I wish you the best rest of the day, and thank you very much for watching, and I will put out the results on a short later today once the trade has finished. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.